Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hiral Tadia. We have Ria Singh, technical analyst currencies at Nirmal Bank, joining in. Ria, we've been talking about what's happening to the rupee. My first question coming to you is we've fallen to new record lows against the US dollar. We're down almost around 8% so far this year. Where from here on?
Yes. So, see what happens is if you look at the overall equity market, even the US has, closed on a negative note and the oil crashing. So, whenever there is a situation like this where the investors lose confidence in the equity market and in the essential commodities, the funds get directed into the safe haven. And the dollar being granted such status, so most the overall the dollar has strengthened overseas. So this has been reflected into our Indian currency as well, which we saw it depreciating further in yesterday's session.
Right. So, Ria, what's the sense on the dollar index? Because uh, overall, if you go to see the optimism in the dollar index has extended. Now, do you think that the investors are preferring it as a safe haven?
Yes, obviously, dollar index is one of the major, safe haven not only for the US but the investors overall the globe. So, whenever there is a situation where like I said, the investors are not very much confident in the global economic outlook, the major of the funds get parked in the dollar. In the dollar funds with respect to the ETF and such. So this makes it stronger against the basket of the currencies that the dollar index consists. So this has resulted in the dollar index crossing the 100 mark. Also, the worst. If you look at the U.S. consumer spending and the job data, which is not very, very satisfying. It is actually is very bad. So this depicts there is no major demand in the happening in the global economy, and the loss of the job is not helping the part much. So yes, the investors turn to the greenback. Thus, we are witnessing a sharp reversal in the dollar index from the 98.80 and can go further and test the highs again.
Okay. And you already mentioned about the oil crash as well. But do you think that the impact of the oil crash on the Indian currency would not be very significant?
Yes, it won't be because the oil crash that has happened, as I have discussed in the last session as well, is basically the work of the contract expiry. But if you won't be, the major thing to look forward will be whether this phenomena will be carried on to the next expiry as well. So if this continues, then uh, you know the few expire if this phenomena continues in the next expiry, that will be a major concern. And it is not affecting right now rupee much because the next expiry is trading at the levels of 22. So it was just the work of the contract expiry thing. So yes, the oil crash won't be having much significant effect on the rupee.
Right. And how are you sensing the bond markets on the back of this? Because across you're seeing pressure.
Yes. See, what happens during the bond, during such situation where there is a pandemic happen. So, a lot of if you look at the central banks' action, they are trying to pour in the money, but at the same time, government need money to aid the pandemic situation. So, all around the globe, the governments are trying to raise money through the debt market. If you look at the US, Spain, even India, everyone is trying to raise money. But in a situation where spending is not much, investors are parking their fund in a more safer haven. The subscription to this issuance of the debt is not much. If you look at the Spain and France, they are struggling with the issuance. Even the US Federal Reserve is slower than the expected pace of debt buying for the week that we are seeing. So yeah, in India, the government has planned to sell around 450 billion rupees in debt, including treasury bills every week. So 450 millions of debt they want to raise every week for the next, the first half of the financial year. This is this is around an increase of about 20% as compared to the last year. So they are trying to raise this money in order to meet the government borrowing requirement of 4.88 trillion, rupees. So this, but there is a huge supply and demand battle that is happening. There is too much supply of government bonds in the market, whereas there's not much of a subscription. So coming days to get a subscription to the government securities will be a major task that the RBI can face.
Okay. So to follow this, what's the kind of strategies that you would want to adopt in terms of trade?
See, like I have said, the rupee will depreciate, taking into the consideration the overall scenarios, and we even saw it crossing the 77 mark in the closing session of yesterday. For today, we are going. If you want, if you look at discussing these strategies, I think. The USD INR will again go for a buy. So if you can get it around 76.85 levels, it will be a definite buy again. But if the rupee maintains a 77 levels, that will be a much better prominent buy. So we can expect from there rupee can make a high towards 77.25 in the today's session. The pound will be a sell-off for today. We are expecting it to fall around 94.60, 94.30 in the coming session. And euro is a buy as well as JPY is a buy in the coming session for the level for the target of 83 and 71.95 respectively.
Right. All right, Ria. Pleasure speaking to you, and thank you for sharing that update and the overall outlook as well. Thank you very much.